And I sit and look at him talk about Brian Williams all night. I'm fixing to put some on the internet. And I am to apologize to him for him taking the blame for what they've been doing all the time. Malcolm X was up on a platform. Them black thug punks they got to kill him was on the floor. They shooting up. I found out that the United States government had autopsies. And I said, what are you doing with the autopsies? That wasn't a federal crime. I come here to get them. Well, they went crazy. But I got them. All the bullets in Malcolm X is going down. They're on the ground shooting up. So y'all think this crap is just now happening? You think they just started treating a black person, Obama, the way they did that with Condoleezza Rice? But maybe because she was a Republican, you didn't care. Condoleezza Rice had more PhDs than the president's whole cabinet, and they call her Condi. They never called Madeleine Albright Maddie. And so I bumped into Dr. Rice one day, and I said, I can't believe you tolerate this. What? You let them white folk call you Condi. They got a soda pop blacker than you. It's called Dr. Pepper. And when you go to the store to buy one, you better ask for it by its full title. Somewhere. My mama used to tell me that God created Adam. I said, my brother, let me get out. I don't want to hear this crap. I know nothing on this planet ever got here without first coming through the belly of a woman. What is this story about? Huh? A man? And I said, well, I'll try to tolerate it. And the next thing I read, I couldn't tolerate it. Adam said to God, I am lonely. And when God didn't say, how can you be lonely, boy, when ain't nobody here but you? I put you here. I haven't made two of you. Tell me about your loneliness. Huh? Well, you got young folk coming through now that's going to clean that up. Somewhere. What you were saying with Carter Woodson here. He really didn't have to say that. If you tune into your God intelligence, there's been slavery for millions of years on this planet. And no slave broke the chains before 5,000 years. But us. And 300 years, we broke those chains. Why? When he thought he was stealing a worker, he was stealing a scientist. That's who I am. That's who you are. We built the pyramid. Huh? All the wonders in the world. We talk about the pyramid. Y'all go to Europe. Everything they go to Europe for, we built. Thank you, Dr. King. I was with King. I wasn't in the inside of it. I didn't do no work. I was making too much money to be hanging around with folks that ain't got no money. Now, I do not live in the ghetto. I'll die for you, but I'm not living there. I've always been listed in the phone book. Ain't never had a bodyguard. Why? Black folks made me. Huh? When I was in them little black nightclubs that listened to me when I wasn't funny, and by the time I got so funny, they pushed me all the way downtown where they couldn't afford to come see me. So that's why I go back. It ain't got nothing to do with it. People ask me stuff, why you give up all your money? It ain't none of your damn business. Black folks made me. And I did not let white racist system steal me. Huh? I go back home every 4th of July. I got this one crazy cousin. Drink cheap wine, cuss all day long, can't read, can't write. I go to St. Louis last year, 4th of July, he's sitting on the riverfront, sleep. Cocaine dust all over his nose, reefer weed all over him, 6 bottles of empty cheap wine. I woke him up and gave him an apple. He said, "Is it organic?" Jabbo Jones, that's his name. And had I been elected to be the president, listen good, white folks, none of y'all would be in my cabinet. Now don't worry, because black folks be saying, oh, he didn't mean it, so I say it 10 times. None of y'all be in my cabinet, none of y'all be in my cabinet, none of y'all be in my cabinet. Don't listen to them, listen to me. They're working 2 jobs and tell you what I'm gonna do with you. No, none of you be in my cabinet. And every black person sitting here, you wouldn't qualify, because I'm not taking no black person that went further than the 3rd grade. No black person that can read or write would not be in my cabinet. Why? Simple. If for over 200 years, nobody's been in the presidential cabinet but rich, white, powerful men, and if you mess it up like this, let me try something else. Well, come on, Jabbo, you my Secretary of Defense. And white folks don't know it because they think they don't know you. You be embarrassed because of the way he talked. I didn't hear no bad talking white folks that'll stick their finger in the president's face. You black folk can be upset. Your children, boys, wearing them little drawers below their belt and you get upset. Or you can clap if you want. The priests that's been ripping off them boys for 2,000 years, they don't wear their pants below their butt. Huh? Them powerful white folks that bring billions of dollars worth of drugs in here, they don't wear their pants below their butt. The mafia is some of the best dressed people on the planet and brought this country down to animalistic vibrations. You ain't gonna mess with them because they'll hurt you. You always want to mess with your children. Somebody called me on a radio show 2 weeks ago. Mr. Gregory, you're a family man. You got 10 children. All of them finished college. How you feel about these young blacks wearing their pants below? I said, you're asking the wrong person. I said, what do you mean? I used to drink a fifth of scotch for 20 years every day. And I can't tell you how many times I drove while I was drunk. Driving drunk is a felony. Wear your pants below your butt. It's not a crime. Are y'all crazy? Huh? It's a game. A game. So somewhere. And y'all really want white folks to believe ain't no difference between black folks and white folks. White folks take it from a brother. They lying. You see the TV commercial. See Alice? And if you have an erection longer than 4 hours, go to the emergency room. Now you know they're talking to white folks. 4-hour erection in my house is called a treat. You go down to the pharmacist and tip the pharmacist. And right in your living room. White folk can do that. In your living room, they show it. My 4-year-old grandson walked with me one day and said, "Granddad, what's an erection?" I said, "Go ask your grandmother." Now, you know, I forget sometimes how clever you black women are. He came back with that little smile on his face. I said, "What'd she tell you?" She told me she'll tell me later, but to tell you, she haven't seen one of them things around the house in years.